Good morning, dear students. This is Mr. Abdul with another video session. It's a quick revision for your examination or final examination by tomorrow. So let's start with it immediately. The first question, as you can see in front of you, it's a circle theorem topic, saying that the diagram showing you the point A, B, C, D, showing they exist on the circumference of the circle, and the center of it's the center of the circle. AD is a straight line, and AB is equal to BC. This is the most important information in this problem, saying that AB is equal to BC. They are equal sides, and the angle OAB, the one that you see here, is equal to 52 degrees. The question is to find the angle ADC. Where's the angle ADC? This is the angle ADC. He wants to know this angle here. I'm gonna just make sure change the color. This is the angle that he's requesting. So first of all, you try to write your answer clearly, so the examiner give you a full mark. We will say that AO, for an example, is equal to OB. Okay, because they are representing a radii. Okay, so it means that this side is equal to this side. It means that we are looking at what here? We are looking at an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. It means that this angle that you see here is going to be equal to 52 degrees as well. So due to that fact, we will say that the angle ABC is going to be equal to the angle BAC, which is equal to 52 degrees. Why is that? Because we have in front of us isosceles triangle, and since we know two angles, it means that it's easy for us to find the third one, and we'll say that the angle AOB is going to be equal to what? Equal to 180 minus 52 plus 52. It's going to be equal to 180 minus 104. Means that's going to be equal to 76. Okay, 76 degrees. Why is that? What is the kind of theorem that we use? That the triangle angles add up to 180. The writing in English that you see in front of you here saying that the angles add up, the reasoning is called geometric reasoning. It's part of your mark. You have to write it all the time. So now it means that this angle that we see here is going to be equal to this angle here is going to be equal to 76 degrees. Now we solved all the angles in that triangle, and if you remember in the first note, it's saying that that side, I'm gonna keep the color code, that side is equal to this side. Okay, and since this side that you see here is also representing a radius, since it's linking the center to the circumference, it means that this triangle is actually identical to this one. You get the idea? Why is that? Because here this side is equal to this side, and these two sides are equal to these two sides, so it means that we have congruent sides. So we will say that the angle here is going to be equal to 52 degrees, and the angle here is going to be 52 degrees. It means that this one as well is going to be equal to 76 degrees. So how you can write this answer? You will say that BOC, triangle BOC is going to be is congruent to the triangle ABC. Why is that? Because they have three equal sides, and also there is like, I mean, everything, they have equal sides, they have three angles. You can say you can apply the rule SSS, or you can apply the rule saying triple A, if you remember that topic. Okay, now we're gonna erase all of this. We're gonna keep one thing. We're gonna keep the important thing to the area. We say that this is equal to 76 and this is equal to 52. Now, since we said that this is representing a radius, it means that, and this is a radius and this is a radius, also this is a radius. It means that this triangle that we see here is an isosceles triangle. Okay, and since it's an isosceles triangle and this angle here is also equal to 76 degrees, it means that the third angle here, this angle, is gonna be an addition. All of these three angles in total is gonna be equal to 180. So how can I find this angle here? I would say that the angle DOC is gonna be equal to what? 180 minus 76 plus 76 means that's going to be equal to 180 minus 215, 152 means that's going to be equal to 28 degrees. Okay, so that angle you see here is gonna be equal to 28 degrees. And since this triangle is isosceles triangles, it means that I can find this angle here and I can find this angle here. And remember that we're trying to find this angle that you see here. So this is the last step. You will say that the triangle COD is isosceles. So it means that the total angles, 180 degrees, they're gonna be equal to what? It's gonna be equal to 280, this angle that you see here, plus 2x, where x representing each one of these angles that you see here. So we're gonna rearrange the equation. Minus 28 is gonna be equal to 2x. It means that the 2x is gonna be equal to 160 minus 8 is gonna be 100. So it's gonna be 2 degrees, if I'm correct. And due to that angle, x angle, or we will call it the angle ADC, the one that is requested, is going to be equal to 152 over 2. This is going to be equal to 125, 126. So it's going to be equal to 26 degrees. It's going to be equal, sorry, here we're going to divide it by 2 halves. By 2 is gonna have 7 and 12 is gonna be 6, so it means that's gonna be equal to 76 degrees. So it means that the angle ADC is gonna be equal to 76 degrees. Okay, that's the final answer, 76 degrees. Okay, to the other problem now. This is related to the functions topics. Here we have fx function as 5x plus 7 and gx here is equal to 5 over x minus 3, where x shouldn't be equal to 3 to prevent having infinite or impossible function. The first thing he wanted you to figure out the function fg1 that you see here. Before finding that angle, before substituting 1 to it, you need to find the general equation, the FG, the composite FG. So fg is representing what? It's representing the function of f, while gx is the input. So we're gonna write the fx as it is, fx plus 7. The idea is that you're gonna substitute x with this, the gx as an input. So it's gonna be equal to what? It's gonna be equal to 5, open bracket, 4 divided by x minus 3 plus 7. Now this is gonna be equal to 20 over x minus 3 plus 7, and we're gonna unify the denominators. So this is gonna be equal to 20 over x minus 3, and 7 is gonna be multiplied in x minus 3, and this is gonna be equal to what? 20 plus 7x minus 21 over x minus 3 means that's going to be equal to 7x minus 1 over x minus 3. This is the value of what? This is representing the fg function. Now he wanted fg when the input is equal to 1. It means that we're gonna substitute x with 1, so it's gonna be 7 minus 1 over 1 minus 3. It means that's gonna be equal to 7 minus 1 over 1 minus 3. It's gonna be equal to 6 over minus 2, which means that it's gonna be equal to minus 3. So the final answer, the fg minus 1, fg when x equal to 1 is going to be equal to minus 3. That's the answer. Okay, now let's get back to the other part of the solution. He wanted to know the g of x now. He wants to know the g of x. So the g of x, I'm gonna put that in a separated page so you can follow up with me easily. So we want the g of x now, the other composite function. So we're gonna bring the important information related to the problem. I'm gonna take this with me to put it in the other page, so we can solve this g of x. So now he wanted to know the function of g of x, so it's gonna be the function of g of x is gonna be the function g where you put the function of fx as an input. So we write the function of gx, which is gonna be 4 over x minus 3, and we're gonna substitute x with this, with the function of x. So the g of x is gonna be equal to 4 over what? Over 5x plus 7, open close bracket, minus 3. So the g of x is gonna be equal to what? Equal to 4 over 5x, and the plus 7 minus 3 is gonna be plus 4. So g of x is gonna be equal to 4 over 5x plus 4. This is the solution for the other part of the problem. The last part, he wanted the inverse function of gx. So how you do that? Gx is going to be equal, I'm going to write it in a new page, so you can the function of gx, we said that's going to be equal to 4 over x minus 3, right? X minus 3. Now we said that when we want to convert this to find the inverse function, we said that we need to first of all write the function in terms of y and x. So it's going to be y equals 4 over x minus 3. After that you flip the values of y and x, so it's going to be x equal 4 over y minus 3, and then you try to make y the subject, so it's going to be equal y minus 3 is going to be equal to 4 over x. It means that y is going to be equal to 4 over x plus 3. Unify the two functions. Keep it as it is. This is what you do it, and then you make sure you write the notation properly. The inverse function of x is going to be equal to 4 over x plus 3. That's the solution for this problem. So we solved all the three parts of the functions. Okay. Now, for Nidal's request, he said that he has a problem with the word problem. So look at this problem. It said that the Redlands school sent X students to a revision day. Okay, so we will say that red is equal to X. This is referring to the number of students sent by that school. And it said that St. Samuel's school, St. Samuel's, we call it St. Sent twice as many students at Redland School. So it means that they sent twice of Red School, which is going to be 2x, since Red School sent x students. Francis, we'll write it as France, sent 7 fewer students than Redland. So it means that's going to be less by 7 than the Red Schools. It means that it's going to be equal to x minus 7. After that, it said that here that each student paid £15 for the revision day. So the paid is going to be equal to 15 per student, and the total of that, the total paid is equal to £1,155. Okay, so this information we're gonna use it later. And it said work out, that's the request, work out how many students were sent by each school. So the idea that we need to convert these values into numbers of students instead of having variables like this. So how do you do that now? The information that you have here is gonna help you understand one thing. If I said that every student paid an amount of money, and I know the total amount of money paid by the students, it means that I can know the number of students, by applying this equation. I would say that the total paid is going to be equal the number of students multiplied by the £15. From that, I can know the number of students by dividing what is going to be equal to the total over 15, which means that's going to be equal to 1155 over 15. That's the number of students. So number is going to be equal to, we divide by 5, this is going to be 3, by 5 you're going to have 2, 1 with 5 is going to be 3, and 5 we're going to have 1, so it's going to be equal to 2, 3, 1 over 3. We continue dividing by 3, 1, by 3 we have 7, and 2, 2 with 1 is going to be 7. 77. This is the number of students, the total students. Okay, so this is the total students now. So since I know that the first school, the red school, the number of students they send equal to x, and the other school called what's the name of other school? Not Francis, the Sand. Okay, so we call it ST. They send 2x, and France, they send a number of students that is less by 7 than the red. All of that is going to be equal to 77 students, because that's the total number of students. So we're going to create an equation. We'll say that x plus 2x plus x minus 7 is going to be equal to 77. It means that 3x plus x minus 7 equal to 77. It means that 4x is going to be equal to we're gonna add by 8, it's gonna be 48. So x will be equal to 84 by 4. We divide by 4, 1, 4, we have 2, 1, 21. So x is gonna be equal to 21. Since x equal to 21, it means that the red school, they send an amount of 21 students, and the other school, what's the name of the other school? The Saint James or something, I don't know. Saint, they sent a number of 2x. It means that's going to be 2 times 21. It means that they sent 42 students. And the last school, the Francis school, they sent an amount of students that is equal to x minus 7. It means that they sent a number of students that is equal to 21 minus 7, which means that they sent an amount of student Francis. They sent 14 students. 14 students. So that's the request of the problem. The first school, they sent a number of students, 21 students. The second school, they sent 42 students. And the third one, they sent 14 students. And this is the last problem in this video, revision video. Good luck with your examination tomorrow, and see you tomorrow's morning, inshallah. Take care and good night.